What's up, Magnum family? So yeah, we're at a clean out right now. I just wanted to kind of show you a couple different things here. So what we have is a do-it-yourself screen that was supposed to do its job, but it didn't. And we're going to show you that. So you see how the spikes are already coming out. What happens is over time this stuff gets in here and it freezes inside the gutter, and then it starts to basically pull itself out due to the weight and other issues. So we're going to try to possibly help these folks out, but I also want to show you this too. Even this roof here. So do-it-yourself screen. Just want to show you what happens when you have holes. Over time, people don't really pay attention too much, but clearly you can see that there's a garden starting to grow out of here. So just something to keep in mind that when you are looking for a gutter protection, or if it is that time, if you have spikes in your gutters, typically what that means is that your gutters are around 15 to 20 years old. So it's time to get a new system installed. So, but yeah, I mean, when you don't have the right stuff protecting your gutters and you think you're going to put this stuff on, it's actually better not to have any gutter protection than it is to throw this stuff from your local store or whatever, because you end up causing more harm than good. So but yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. All right. Hey, what's up, guys? So I just want to show you something else here. So what happens when you get all this stuff in your gutters, right, is over time the sealants on like all your caps and everything end up basically getting weathered away. And then what ends up happening is your gutters end up leaking and then causing obviously other issues. Excuse me, sorry about that. So down there you can see that that screen down there is not doing anything. All it actually did by having it in there was it gave gave the trees a home to basically start growing in. So yeah, I mean, just take these things into consideration when you're trying to look at screens and decide on what kind of gutters you want to get. So Justin's over here trying to repair this gutter that fell out, but it's basically going to end up coming down the first time it snows. So we're going to see if we can take care of that for the customer as well. I'm going to lift this up and we're going to see what's actually going on here. But so you can see the screens obviously here, right? Now what people don't realize is that bees live in here and you can get stung. I'm just kidding, bees don't really live in here, but yeah, so there you go. There's a gutter here. So, yeah, I mean, all it did was really create a home for it to basically, grow in. And a lot of people don't realize too is that there's a lot of shingle debris in here. There's a lot of dirt and mud in this one, but the shingle debris actually is down on the other side. Take a look. It's in the bottom of it because it weighs more, obviously it's sitting in there. But this is all from the roof, right? So that's all from the shingles. So you really want to have a protection on there that's going to stop all this from getting in there, where the debris and everything will just roll off. And yeah, awesome. Find it. Find the downspout. Yeah, look at all of that. That downspout is completely clogged. So there's basically two hose around here somewhere. Let me see. There's two 90s that obviously on the downspout, and that you can see there. So what ends up happening is because there's no place really for it to go. It obviously ends up clogging up in the elbow, and that's kind of where things start to get messy, and then they start to slowly back up all the way down the gutter, and until you have a forest. So yeah. So just wanted to show you something, actually two things quick while Justin's finishing up what he's doing up there. So one of the things is I wanted to show you how this spout is, right? So like this spout, see how it's sideways? Like how it's like sticking out? So it was actually installed wrong, right? So like if you have downspouts like this on your house, like this is not correct, okay? One, the seam should always be facing the back. Two, this type of downspout, right? It shouldn't have been, and I'll show you here. If you look up, see how it's like that? It should have been what we call a B elbow, right? So that's an A setup. An A setup is when you're going like, if you're going straight down, like the front of the house, the back house, you would use an A setup. But on a B setup, right? And actually you can see up there that, getting drenched here, how that's actually, there's a big hole in there. So, but everything needs to be resealed. But you see how it's going down the side? See how it goes down the side of the house up there? That's a B setup, and that's how it's supposed to be. So that was one of the things I wanted to show you, is that like it was installed wrong. Also, oh, getting wet here and dirty. I also wanted to show you another thing. So if you see here, see how there's, you know, well actually you can see the water coming out right now, right? See that's the water's just dripping out of there. This is supposed to be inside of this. So it was installed backwards like this. See how that one's inside there? That's supposed to be the same way. But if you look, all this water that's coming out of here, that's what caused all of that to rot. Jesus. What are you doing? All right, anyway, so that was one of the things I wanted to show you. And another issue that Justin had pointed out was that on the side of this downspout, that it was basically split. So I haven't looked at it, but I'm gonna look here and see what he's talking about. Not sure where the split was. Oh, there it is. Okay, so if you look here in the back, see how it's split? So the reason why it's split is because obviously, right, ice in the wintertime, when the gutters get clogged and they start to get backed up, the ice will expand, and then that will damage downspouts as well. So yeah, we're gonna finish this up, hit a couple of these spikes back in, try not to get too wet, and that's it, man. We're gonna wrap it up.